Okay. Is that visible for you guys now? Okay. Perfect. Let me go into the presentation mode so you'll have it a bit better. Cool. Just thanks, guys. So this session of Pakistan Dreaming 2022 is going to be all about an introduction to the Salesforce Industries. And why specifically industries? Because industries is the next big thing that's happening across the world of Salesforce. And I thought it will be good to make use of this platform to give an introduction about as many industries as possible within the slot that I have. And so it's an interesting session for me as well. I attended the Pakistan Dreaming last year as an audience. It was interesting. It was the first time around, so it was more helpful. And this time, I thought I had submitted my session, and fortunately, it was selected to present. So it's a good step up for me as well, from being an audience and listener last year to present something this year. Hopefully, we'll get into some kind of a panel discussion next year. So, good. Thanks, Pakistan Drumming, for the opportunity, and it's great going for you guys that we are doing what the Salesforce as a community wants us to do. Specific thanks to all the sponsors who've been driving this event, specifically because I know without sponsors running this kind of a show in each and every location is going to be a huge challenge. And thanks to you guys. Quick introduction of who I am, what I've been doing around. So myself, I'm Soumi. So that's my full name, Soumi Narayanan Srinivasan. So I head the sales for product solutions, specifically on the Salesforce practice. I've been in this Salesforce industry for last 8 years, and I've been in the whole CRM world for last 12 years. I started off with Siebel, then I've been typically working with Microsoft Dynamics Fusion CRM before I landed into Salesforce. So once I've been into the Salesforce, I was pretty much being working closely with mostly in communications media on the technology domain. First 4 years pretty much on most of strong program delivery for telecom customers, and then since last 2 3 years I've been pretty much into solution engineering, go to market, and now I lead the sales for my organization. My Salesforce experience has been a lot of self learning. So I'm a Salesforce ranger myself, 5x certified, and I've been part of a lot of community events across the globe. And now recently, I'm one of the co-leaders of the Salesforce community group that's running out of UK in Reading. So other than technology, I try to keep myself abreast on people, process, and technology, all the areas. So I've been a strong evangelist of agile implementations, agile work culture. So I've run my own agile clinics. So I'm a certified agile coach myself. So that is what I've been doing, pretty much CRM transformations for most of the digital companies over a decade now. So that is what I am and what we're going to do and quickly see through the sessions today, specifically is what is Salesforce Industries and why Salesforce Industries. And there are a lot of industry solutions, in fact. So I will try to capture as much as possible. And for the follow-ups, I will definitely give my contact, and I'm more than happy to do a lot of one-to-one because I do run Salesforce clinics and mentorship along. So I'm happy to do the follow-up sessions later as well. So industries, right? So what is Salesforce Industries? So there was this whole world buzzing around the world, word called velocity a few years ago. So when the whole of Salesforce Trailblazer community were busy doing their sales, services, marketing, and whatnot, uh, there started the world of velocity, which was a more an industry specific solution. I just heard a beep, so let me check if there is any thing. Okay, yeah, that's a valid question. Let me share the raffle link so that you guys first update your name and detail in the raffle link, and then I will continue on this. Let me put it here. And I hope you got the raffle link. Please feel free to update all your details. At the end of the session, we are going to have a raffle run, and a selected winner is going to get a specific voucher which will be delivered to you. So feel free, make use of the link I put there, and register yourself there. Yeah. Coming back to industries, right? So Velocity was turning around the market, building industry specific solutions, everything configurable, and a lot of customers were moving towards that. And Salesforce generally taps in the market or looks into the market for all key solutions that are performing actively well, spreading across, built on top of Salesforce. You can see the list of acquisitions Salesforce has been doing since 2010 onwards. Every year, the market leader, anything built on Salesforce, have always been integrated, and Salesforce as an application has tried to adopt all of the best in class solutions that's there in the market, because that is what the end of the day the customer wants. So it was again one such thing. Velocity was acquired by Salesforce. As a result of that, Salesforce, which had its own individual clouds, started running the industry specific CRMs, and now that's the offering called as Salesforce Industries. So Salesforce Industries is not a new function as such for the Salesforce people, because there was already a front runner in the Salesforce Financial Services Cloud even before the acquisition of Velocity, which was there. But it was not more of a focus having all the industry solutions, rather the lot of individual clouds that were running in the market. So post acquisition of Velocity, the whole of the customer 360 layer, which the current Salesforce solutions were there, were enhanced on top, built with Industry 360, and a whole set of industry solutions were then launched into that. So the expansion of Salesforce had rapidly happened, and a super mature product set of the Salesforce Industries came into the market, which was kind of a transformation which nobody expected to happen at a very short time, because the whole of the complete lightning upgrade and the new features and Tableau and various other things were rolling on top of the sales and the services and the marketing clouds that were already existing. And a lot of industry customers had already adopted those clouds and were showing a lot of business maturity in their processes. And what this new solution now brings is more an industry standardization that is going to happen, and which is a very key aspect of any industry that is growing currently. So while we will have a lot of tier one large organizations who are adopting Salesforce individual clouds, the direction from Salesforce itself in the next 2 to 3 years is, upon all of their renewals, they will all be moved into the industry solutions. So we might not see Salesforce itself selling a lot of sales cloud and the service clouds. Rather, it is going to sell all their media clouds and the health cloud and the communications cloud, etc. Salesforce as an organization post this acquisition has recently done its own reorg internally, and currently if you see, the Americas are completely aligned up with the industries. So the whole of account, the sales world, if you know how the structure within Salesforce is currently, has been completely modified, and it is going to be soon modified into the Europe region as well. So every solution that's going to be primed by Salesforce is going to be industries, and that is why I really wanted this session for people to know why industries is going to be the next big thing, and it is the next gen solution for all of the Salesforce trailblazers to adopt and adapt. What additional things that Salesforce Industries brings on top of which Salesforce is already having, right? It's a key thing. So one is standardization, right? So I do read the slides, but I might not go in the sequence of this, because it is more about the value that you're going to get out of this, which is more important for me, because this industry solutions primary offering us standardization across the industries, right? So the whole of the transformations that have been planned that needs to be achieved across the industries will now be more accelerated. So earlier cases, the licenses for all of the Salesforce solutions were bought, and a lot of things had to be built on top of the existing journeys, right? But no more hassle of building anything new. That is what is the biggest change that has happened, right? So industries is going to be having tons and tons of pre-built processes that you can just configure and take it and use. And more than anything, the whole of the data model analysis has been completely done, and each industry has a industry specific data model and an integration pattern that has been completely designed. It will be really interesting for all of you to go back and understand each of the product in whichever industry that you are currently working, understand the specific cloud of that, and see how current solutions that you are working has been modified as a pre-built industry data model. It is a fascinating way of understanding the whole of the industries itself. More than while we have accelerated all of the transformations, it is the world is going super digital. I think we are already digital. I think last 10 years has been the digital era. So it's no more go digital, it's like go super digital. It's one step above, right? So Salesforce has been the market leader, everybody knows that. So people expect innovation out of Salesforce, and this is exactly that next level of innovation that has come into the market specifically for all of us. And there are 12 purpose-built industry solutions that have been built on top of the customer 360, and this will be a single source of truth for anything that's going to happen. So any complex IT system that you have currently in the specific market or the industry that you have today can be just lifted upon, use all of your industry solution and transform. You are going to see the right impact and the exact business value adds that any industry is expecting out of you. So, and all of this, additionally, Salesforce being Salesforce, is done at a very short time, and all of the partners have been scaling up specifically across the market in industries over the recent years. So we have a completely new certification and the directions path that have been given by Salesforce for all of the industries specific trailblazers to learn upon and certify upon as well. So, upon the Salesforce industry's evolution, we've also had more than 500 to 600 new industry specific apps listed in our App Exchange, which clearly shows the partners in the ecosystem of Salesforce are also equally rapidly changing towards this complete Salesforce industrialization. And anybody who knows Salesforce Industries, right, it is a very simple word that they're going to hear, and this is kind of the basic word everybody is going to speak about. It's the Omni Studio. So Omni Studio is the formerly, which is a digital engagement suite out of Velocity, is a click and configurable suite which will enable all of the implementations to be done seamlessly. So be it any type of interactions, whatever we had done earlier with an Apex coding and integration with the REST API, everything on all the type of data source integration will be completely driven by a Salesforce Omni Studio. So for anybody who wants to first understand how the whole of Salesforce industry solutions work, I would recommend doing the Salesforce Omni Studio Consultant, which is a very, very simple and a detailed industry specific solutions certification, which will enable you further to choose what more in the industry certification that you need to do. So it's an amazing trailhead which we have currently on both Omni Studio Developer as well as Consultant. So that will be the right entry point for anybody who has all relevant experience in sales or service or marketing, doesn't matter. So this is going to be your new baseline for all of us to get ourselves re-equipped toward the journey in the industries. So the whole of the Omni Studio comprises of basic uh, key elements called as Omni scripts, which are the standard guided steps that are you're going to use for cards, which are the flex cards. Then you have your Omni analytics, integration procedures, data raptors, etc. So any configuration that we were trying to achieve in Salesforce will be running out of these four main points. That's the Omni script, flex cards, integration procedures, and the data raptor. So if we know the basics of all this four, these are the right things of any cloud or the any industry solutions that you will have can be easily achieved upon. So I'm not getting into the technical details of all of this, which we will have in our own community sessions. I'm going to share all of the events in the LinkedIn, so do follow that. All of our, if possible, we will try to upload all of our events online as well, so that we can do. And specifically moving on to understanding a few clouds within the next few minutes that we have, right? So financial services cloud is a very interesting solution, which was one of the early solutions that was already there. And upon the velocity acquisition, it is a solution that has been enhanced. It is not a brand new solution, it is an enhanced solution. So as we know, it is one of the well established solution which is currently doing anything and everything across the financial services. So all the customer metrics, purchases, profiles, histories, etc., and any of the bank transactions, automations, etc., has been completely done through the financial services cloud. And it is one of the largest selling licenses amongst the financial services industry that we have currently. Second one is communications cloud. So communications cloud is a very interesting solution, and it's very close to my heart because I've been working on that in depth. It is, I wouldn't even say communications cloud as a single solution. Rather, communications cloud is the next gen BSS architecture, because anybody in the telecommunications industry, they will know the whole of the journey, which is a customer experience portal where you have your products and buy journey, and then you have your product catalogs and the quoting processes and the order capture processes, and then the order decomposition. So this is all a complete BSS architecture, which we call it in the world of telecommunications. And all that is in a single solution that's been provided by Salesforce, which is really an amazing fit for all of the telcos. As of today, 80 percentage of tier 1 telcos in Europe are adopting communications cloud. Everybody has moved out of their legacy Siebel and any other dynamics or across CRMs that they had, and they're all moving into communications cloud, because communications cloud is no longer a single solution, rather it is your complete BSS solution architecture. So it has complete pre-built data models for the communication specific industries within, be it a B2B sector or a B2C sector or a wholesale. So all of the processes, everything has been predefined, and this, having a single stack solution as your overall front end architecture actually makes a lot of difference in terms of your return ROI values that you're going to generate, the customer experience with the customer that you're going to have. And and all of these solutions, right, the communications cloud, it's a very smartly packed licensed solution. So if you feel at any point that I am a sales cloud architect, I'm a sales cloud developer, I'm a service cloud developer, will I become immaterial in the world of industries? The answer is no, because all of the industry solutions are encompassing around the existing sales clouds and the service cloud features. Only that the data model is going to change, only that the basic omnis in basic configurations which you used to do in the Salesforce world will be a completely Omni Studio driven, but the core capabilities of all your sales cloud and the service cloud will still remain the same. So it is more about, as a product, Salesforce is evolving into a new solution, and as a trailblazer, you also have to understand the new stack and upgrade yourself into the new industry solution. It is as simple as that. So let me quickly touch upon few more cloud solutions that are also available in the market, right? Specifically health cloud, and a subset of health cloud is a vaccine cloud, which is very interesting, with COVID being the last 2 years impacting whole of the world. And this is a very specific solution post acquisition that has come up, and it has added a huge amount of value for healthcare and life sciences industry. And the vaccine cloud, especially, that is a subset of health cloud, had now automated a lot of processes across the globe on the vaccine manufacturing, vaccine dispatches, vaccine rollouts, and every other activity that has been across the health cloud industries. Media Cloud is again an early adopter solution that is there in the market. It is still having only core capabilities of ad sales and subscriber lifecycle management. There are a lot of things that will eventually add upon to the Media Cloud, which are not there currently. However, there are companies which have started adopting Media Cloud, and they see that the roadmap of Salesforce is more promising than any other solution that's there available in the current media market. Keeping aside the likes of manufacturing cloud and the automating, etc., right? So those are, yes, those are all the products that are equally available to the likes of communications and the media cloud, etc. I still wanted to touch upon a couple of key products. That's the philanthropy cloud and the consumer goods. Consumer goods cloud is one of the most sold licenses that's available in the market currently, and it is especially because the FMCG is the biggest sector in the world that is available across food, personal care, beauty, and various other things, right? So this solution is a very pointed, targeted consumer goods specific solution that have been reaching out for a lot of people across the market. So I just want to emphasize once again that do not think yourself irrelevant if you are in any of the existing cloud learnings, right? All we have to know is there are two sets of individuals whole in the market. One who knows Salesforce, but they do not know what's the domain because they might have worked in Sales Cloud in various other domains. Say one project in a finance, one project in a retail, one project in a non-profit, etc. At the same time, there are people who know the domain extensively very well, but they do not know Salesforce as an ecosystem. So this is exactly a offering which will ensure, and these kind of people marry each other and ensure there is a huge synergy that's getting created here. So if you see in the current market, Salesforce Industries is one of the hot skills that everybody is looking for, and this is the right time for each and every one of you to identify what is your experience till date in your career. See what is the domain that you think you are going to specialize on. If you think that is the tech, you already know the technology that is Salesforce, and now you know which is the industry you've spent more efforts on and which you feel confident on, then that specific industry certifications which you are going to have is going to drive you right into the hands of huge technology demand market where you will be placed upon. So based on the varied needs of different industries, each of the solutions has been modified and the data models have been custom for all of this CRM platform capabilities specifically. And this is the subset of all of the Salesforce industry solutions that's actually available in the market. And I really would want you guys to go through all of the data that's available on free. Ensure you do the trial heads on all of the solutions, and feel free to reach out to any of your industry consultants that's there. So reach out to the Salesforce community. It's a wider forum. Even if not, you can just post online. There are going to be a lot of responses that's going to come towards you. So ensure you are making the right decisions now and start your learning path towards the industry solutions as early as possible. So that is pretty much on the whole introduction to Salesforce Industries that I wanted to bring in. And any specific questions that you guys have, please do post it there. I'm happy to take it up. Okay, I see already there are a couple of questions. Would these industry specific clouds replace or impact the existing Salesforce implementation companies? The point blank answer is today it is no, it will not impact because it is about how, as a customer of Salesforce, they are going to adopt the industry solutions, right? So, until and unless you are going to stay in the current license stacks, the current implementation does not have a problem. But in upcoming years, there is going to be a silent enforcement of industry solutions, industry stacks to be sold to all of the current partners. So in the coming years down the lane, it will not happen immediately. It's going to take 2 years, 3 years. But we need to have a solution that is already built on your existing Salesforce to be easily extendable into a cloud specific solution. So that is where, as responsible Salesforce Trailblazers, we should not ask our customers to go into a heavily customized solution, because the data model is going to change, and hence we will have to move into new implementation. We are going to make a lot of trouble for our own customers who interested upon us. Can we use? Okay, would love to know more about if there is anything specific to legal and sports industry. Okay, so legal and sports, it is very tricky part, because sports is currently handled across multiple industry clouds internally. If you see sports related channels, right, they go into media cloud. I know, I think everybody is seeing Salesforce in the Formula One ad, so people would want to do it. But these are all very specific targeted solution Salesforce is doing. But there is no something directly available to all of this. But depending on each of the customer, the best recommended industry cloud is going to be called out there. Next question: can we use a dev at or to practice? Or yes, you can, yes. So there are so even though a lot of courses have moved into current trailhead, the Velocity University is still up and running for few clouds which have not migrated. So what you can do is reach out to the forum. You get your hands on DevOps on all of the clouds, which you will be able to install. And the older Velocity University has very detailed activities, scenarios and solutions specifically. But Trailhead is more a high user friendly module which you will see through online. Yes, but there are specific lessons and artifacts to get your hands dirty on. What will be an effective way to start learning more about consumer goods cloud? uh, First things first, I think Trailhead should be the one. If you don't have the Trailhead, then we'll have to make use of your Salesforce partner community. So ensure that wherever you guys are working, wherever you're part of, right, get your organization Salesforce partner community ID. There is a collaboration platform there. You can make use of it. There are a lot of online Slack channels that are there available. So Salesforce being Salesforce, it is all community led. So I'll be more than happy if I want to get you in touch with any specific such leaders in each of your domain. I'm more than happy to help you connect with them and make yourself a good start into that. Okay, any other questions, guys? Okay. Have you all entered into the raffle? Okay, let me just refresh this. I don't. Okay, if I think the session is okay, so I see most of you guys are saying yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the raffle and see who is the winner for the session. Okay, so the winner for the session is Aditya Bosley. You get a $25 gift card. You will receive a mail in next couple of days. Congratulations, Aditya. And yeah, I've posted my LinkedIn profile as well in the chat, so feel free to go ahead, have a chat, and if you guys have any specific questions, feel free to reach out to me, guys. Cheers, thank you.